Good morning. If you're watching in the afternoon or evening, good afternoon or good evening. This is Beto Eddie. I'm recording this at 8:10 in the morning. That's why I'm saying good morning. If you listen in the background, you might hear a little bit of Beatle music, very low. It's from Breakfast with the Beatles with Ken Dashaw. So I just hope put it on a little louder. Might get in trouble with the copyright here. Maybe YouTube won't play it. I don't know. Probably I will. You can't really hear it. Probably gonna turn it off in a second anyway. I'm gonna concentrate on what I'm talking about. So what I want to talk about today, I want to review my top. I'm not gonna talk about the Beatles today, but I want to talk about one of my favorite groups. My top songs from them. I want to talk about the top songs, my top songs of Queen. And of course, Queen with Freddie Mercury. Original Queen. Now, I could have made it the top 10 songs, but they have so many songs, so many good ones. So I made it a little more. So should I make it 15? I made it 20. They have hundreds of songs. I could have even made it more of my top. I think they have, Queen's Greatest Hits, Volume 1, and then they have Volume 2, and then they have Volume 3. They have so many greatest hits that they have different volumes for it. They have a very big catalog of music, very big, in the few years that they've been around. Well, they've been around 73, I guess, into the time of his death, which was that like 1991, something like that. Many years. So let me talk about the top 20 Queen songs. I'm going to turn off the radio because I want to concentrate better. Okay, I'm back. Now, Queen have different periods. I think one of their best periods was the early Queen. And I put this as number 20. Not that it's the worst song. I didn't really go worst to best of this. These are about just 20 of my best songs. And this is from one of the early Queen albums. It's actually from Queen 2. If you ever listen to Queen 2, you know what I mean, that Queen 2 is one of their best albums. It's different. It's not like the regular hits that you hear. You're not going to hear like another one, Bites the Dust and Bicycle and things like that on Queen 2. Queen 2 is kind of hard rock. And one of my best songs on Queen 2 is my number 20, and that's Ori Battle. Dynamite song. Give it a listen to. If you have Spotify, if you have the actual physical album, give it a listen to. And also, after you hear this video, I'd like to hear some comments. What do you think? What do you think? What's at least maybe your top 10 Queen songs, or even your top 5, or even your top 3? What do you think? What's your best songs? Okay, so number 20 was Ori Battle. Number 19, a little later in their career, a great song, One Vision. One hope, one. It's. I like when he says one God, because there's some people in the world that feel there are multiple gods in the world. I don't feel that way. I feel there's one God. And, I mean, even if you're a Christian and you believe in the Son of God, it's the Son of God. It's the Son of God, the Son of the one God. So, basically, some people consider him also God. But I would say, I believe there's one God. And for them to put that in a record, they've also believed in one God. I think that's pretty wild to say that to the public. But there's some people who believe in 20 gods. You know, the God of fire, the God of water, the God of war, the God of, you know, like Greek mythology, you know, the Greek stuff. That's all baloney. BS. There's one God, and there always will be one God. And, you know, unfortunately, some people don't believe in God, but at all. But for them to make a record where they say one God and mention God, I think that's pretty big. But anyway, it's a great song. Great rocker. Hope I don't get in trouble for talking about God. It's a great rocker. It's like, you know, John Lennon said the Beatles are greater than Jesus. And then everyone boycotted them and broke their records and all that. I don't want that happening to me. Don't boycott me, please. Please, be my friend. Subscribe. Please, everyone, subscribe. I want to see, you know, I'm going to go here. 20 more subscriptions in the next week. How's that? You guys want to do it? It doesn't cost you any money. Come on, why don't you guys subscribe to me? And you get all the notifications every time I make a video. I make pretty good videos, believe me. Everyone likes them. Okay, so that's number 19. Number 18, great song. And it was done at Live Aid. Incidentally, Live Aid was like, when Queen did Live Aid, it was considered like the best, first of all, the best Live Aid performance. And secondly, probably the best performance of Queen in the longest time. It was just great. They did 5 or 6 songs, maybe 7. I don't know how many songs exactly, but it was all great. So the next song was done at Live Aid. Hammer to Fall, great song, great rocker. That's 18. 17. I think they also did this at Live Aid. Radio Gaga. Also a good rocker. And a good song. And it sounds like a little babyish Gaga. You know, like, that's our baby talk. Radio Gaga. I don't know why they called it that, but okay. So that's 17. 16. Now this is from the Game album. The album that they had, Another One Bites the Dust. And it's a great rocker, and I love it. You know, it's one of my favorite songs, and I love when they used to do it live, and I loved when they, on the album itself, on the studio album, Dragon Attack. Great bass line. Then Freddie Mercury would go, ooh yeah. I can't sing like him, but Take me to the zone and the what I say. Great song. Incidentally, John Deacon, who was the bass player for Queen, um, I believe he wrote that song. He actually he wrote a lot of great Queen songs. He wrote another one by Stardust, but he was very close to Freddie Mercury. And after Mercury died, he basically quit. He quit Queen. He said, "What's the use? No Mercury. I'm getting out of here too. I'm not gonna continue." Now Queen's continuing right now. You got Brian May, and you got Roger Taylor. Brian May's the guitarist. Roger Taylor's the drummer, and then you have Adam Lambert doing the singing. He's not Freddie Mercury. There's only one Freddie Mercury. But they're touring now. And on the first day that tickets went on sale for Queen at Madison Square Garden, in one day they sold out. Now, this is 2023. Queen has not been around with Freddie Mercury since 1990 something, 1991, 92. And they have, Adam Lambert, which he sings well, but he's not Freddie Mercury. Anyway, so it's with basically Brian May and Roger Waters. Excuse me. It's not with Roger Waters. It's with Roger Taylor. Roger Waters is someone else. Roger Waters is with Pink Floyd. So Brian May and Roger Taylor. Now, like what I wanted to say, John Deacon, he quit. He quit the band after Freddie Mercury died. And not only did he quit the band, he quit show business altogether. He stopped being a musician. I don't know what he's doing now, but that's what happened after Mercury died. He just stopped. There was a tribute concert to Mercury with a lot of people showed up, and he showed up also there. But after the tribute concert, he quit. So anyway, I was up to Dragon Attack, which is the reason I'm talking so much about John Deacon was because of the great bass line in that song. Okay, number 15, top 15, from the album A Day at the Races. Tie Your Mother Down. Great rocker. Great rocker. Okay. Number 14, The Prophet Song. The Prophet Song is on A Night at the Opera. It's interesting that the Queen made two albums, one called A Night at the Opera and one called A Day at the Races. Those are two titles of movies from the Marx Brothers, which are also considered probably the Marx Brothers' best movies by many people. Now, were Queen Marx Brother fans? I guess they were. Why did they name two of their albums from Marx Brother movies? Well, could be. Anyway, so The Prophet Song. That's from A Night at the Opera. That's a great song. That's, the big song from A Night at the Opera is Bohemian Rhapsody. But this is just as good. This song, The Prophet Song, is just as good. It's the harmony that's in it is just fantastic. And it's just great. It's a great song. Okay, number 13. Number 13, Stone Cold Crazy. That's from Sheer Heart Attack, the third album. Great big rocker. It's the opening track of the album. Great rocker. Number 12, Now I'm Here. Also a great rocker and a great song. Now, when Queen did this live, Freddie Mercury took the opportunity to sing with the audience a lot. He said something and the audience had them repeat it. And he always does it with this song, Now I'm Here. It's a great part of the concerts. I was lucky to see Queen twice during their most popular time. I saw them when they were touring with their jazz album, and then the next year, year and a half, with their album The Game, which had another one Bites the Dust. Had great tickets both times. My friends and I went. I was a young man, and I really enjoyed those concerts. Saw Queen with Freddie Mercury. Okay, saw him twice. Okay, so now I'm Here. That's number 12. Number 11, from the album The Game, then has another one on Bites the Dust. A big hit by them. Crazy Little Thing Called Love. That's Freddie Mercury's playing guitar on there. He normally doesn't play guitar. He's a piano player. And he plays guitar in that song. And it's sort of like Elvis type of a song. He does like an Elvis impersonation. Very, very good song. Now, top 10. Number 10. Speaking of another one Bites the Dust, number 10, another one Bites the Dust. From the Game album. Do I have to say anything about that song? Everyone knows it. Everyone loves it. I think everyone loves it. Maybe you don't. I don't know. I think. Great bass line. Like I said, it was written by John Deacon. Number 9. Another great song. It had such great songs. And a great great catalog. Another song, number 9. This is from the Jazz album. So number 10 was from The Game. Number 9 is from Jazz. Those are the two concerts I saw. The Jazz album. Don't Stop Me Now. We're having such a good time. We're having a ball. Great song. Okay. Number 8. I'm getting into jazz a little bit. Number 8, also from the Jazz album, Bicycle Race. Everyone knows that song. If you know Queen, you know that song. If you don't know that Queen, then you don't know the song. But, everyone knows that. If you know Queen, you know that song. Great, great song. Number 7, also from Jazz, Fat Bottomed Girls. You ever see the video? Bunch of naked butt girls on their bicycles. Okay. Number 6. I consider this one song, even though it's two separate songs. It's an anthem. The Queen has a couple of anthems. This is one of them. It's played in Yankee games. Plays at baseball games, in Yankee games, Met games. We Will Rock You. We Are the Champions. I consider that one song because when you play We Will Rock You, basically on the radio, they go right into We Are the Champions. And that's both played at ball games, especially We Are the Champions. We Will Rock You. We Are the Champions. Great song. Number 6. Number 5, From a Day at the Races. Great song, Somebody to Love. Find me somebody to love. Find me somebody. Okay. Okay, now I'm up in my top 4. Going pretty fast with this, aren't we? Top 4. This is from the Night at the Opera album. And it's the first cut of the album, the first track of the album. Now, look at a little history of this. This explains the song a little bit. During the first 3 albums, they had a producer that basically took all their money. They were wondered, by the 3rd album, they were so popular already. 2nd album, they were popular too. But by the 3rd album, they were so popular already, and they were wondering, why aren't they making money? The money was going to the producer. Forgot his name. He was a crook. He stole their money. And then they found out about it. They fired him. And then they made Night at the Opera with someone else, different producer. And they came up with a song about him. The song is called Death on 2 Legs. Really ranking on him. Probably wishing him dead. It's a great song, a great rocker, and explains a lot of their feelings at the time that their producer took their money, and it's all about the producer. So that's what that song's about. It starts the album, A Night at the Opera, which is probably considered their best album. One time I'm gonna do the top 10 albums for you. Right now I'm just doing top songs. Okay, number 3. And as I said, it's not really my worst to best. It's just my 20 best. I mean, there could even be more. It could be 30 best. It could be 40 best. There's so many songs. But I didn't want to limit it to 10 because that's kind of small for the catalog that they have. And so I made it 20. So now I'm up to number 3. From the 3rd album, Sheer Heart Attack, Killer Queen. We take them away to Shanda in a pretty Cadillac. Let them eat cake, you said, just like Mary Antoinette. Okay, that's number 3. Number 2, I'm going to go to their first album. Hit song, first track. Keep Yourself Alive. Also starting with a great bass line. Keep Yourself Alive. Now, my number 1 song. Everyone probably knows what it is. But I said, I'm not doing best to worst, but, everyone would say that this is probably the best. I had to put it in here. I gotta put it at number 1. Number 1 song. Bohemian Rhapsody. From A Night at the Opera. Great song. I don't have to tell you how great it is. Everyone knows it's great. Bohemian Rhapsody, great song. Anyone see the movie? Bohemian Rhapsody? About Queen? And about Freddie Mercury? Good movie. I'm not saying it's a great movie. It was a good movie. I have one problem with it. A lot of things aren't true. And that goes with a lot of biopics. They have things that aren't true. Not only not true, it's like the timing is different, is wrong. like they're doing John Deacon is showing Freddie Mercury the bass line to Another One Bites the Dust, and it's kind of early in their career. It's like the 70s, early 70s. He's showing him the bass line, Another One Bites the Dust, when it was done in 1980. So, that's the biggest flaw I have in this movie. All the wrong timings. And it was made with the permission of Brian May and Roger Taylor, and they knew what was going on, what time this song should be, what time that song should be. Why is Freddie Mercury wearing a mustache in 1975? It's a little off. Everything's a little off here. That's the biggest problem I have with that movie. The guy who played him did a great job. He did a great job as Freddie Mercury. It's a good movie. You should see it. But you understand that it's a biopic, and it's done by Hollywood, and not everything in there is going to be true. Okay, so those are my 20 top songs by Queen. I'm going to go say it again, fastly, just to reiterate. Number 20, Oral Battle. 19, One Vision. 18, Hammer to Fall. 17, Radio Gaga. 16, Dragon Attack. 15, To Hire Your Mother Down. 14, The Prophet Song. 13, Stone Cold Crazy. 12, Now I'm Here. 11, Crazy Little Thing Called Love. 10, top 10, Another One Bites the Dust. 9, Don't Stop Me Now. 8, Bicycle Race. 7, Fat Bottom Girls. 6, We Will Rock You and We Are the Champions. One song. 5, Somebody to Love. 4, Death on Two Legs. 3, Killer Queen. 2, Keep Yourself Alive. And 1, Bohemian Rhapsody. Those are my top 20 Queen songs. One day I want to do the top 10 Queen albums, studio albums. I'm thinking of doing that. So that's it for today. Give me if you like this, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe. Like I told you, I like to see. I want a goal here. I want to see 20 new subscriptions within the next week. Is that possible? You guys watching it? Subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Good for you, good for me. All right? Take care. Have a great day. Bye.